In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to define a product or a system or a subsystem within Rommana ALM. The way Rommana ALM works, that is that you might have any number of products, systems, or subsystems, and for each one of those products or systems, you will have a number of projects. Each one of the projects will deliver features or user stories or requirements, if you will, to a product or a system. So projects in Rommana ALM do not exist by themselves because a project only exists when or only exists in order to deliver features, and those features belong to a system or a product or a subsystem. Now, when it comes a time to put out a release, the release manager, as we are going to see, can select any number of features or user stories or requirements that have been implemented in any number of projects. So really the relationship between a release and a project is one to many. We're going to talk about release management in a different tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about the relationship between product or a system or a subsystem and the projects. And the relationship here is many to many, which means that a project will deliver a number of features, and those features could be for any number of other products. Okay, so in order to define a project or to start a project in Rommana ALM, we're going to have to first define a product. I'm going to start here to log in because this login or username has the privilege to be either a site manager or a project manager, product owner, or a scrum master. I'm going to choose this because creating the product is the responsibility of the product owner. So I'm going to continue here. And when you start this, what you get here is what we call the portfolio screen. Okay, the portfolio screen. Now, the portfolio screen will show you all the kind of systems or subsystems or products you have here. I have three of them here. I have the airline system. I have the just one product or a system that I created for the purpose of a demo, our next product, and I have here Rommana ALM, and I actually created one more here called this is our new website. Okay, and if you click on any one of those, you can see all the projects that have been started to deliver features for that specific product. If I go here to the airline system, for example, there is only one project that we started back on June of 2017, and the last time we opened it was here, and so on. There is a number of things about a project. We're going to talk about them in a different tutorial when we come to speak about projects. This tutorial is about products and how to create products or how to create systems. All right. If I click here, our next product also has one project here. If I click here, remember, we are also using Rommana ALM to manage the projects of Rommana ALM as a product. So in this sense, Rommana ALM is our product or our system. And what you see here are four different projects that started at some point of time and were being, but those projects are actual projects from Rommana ALM. We're just using them for demo or for testing. All right. Now, don't let the name of the project confuses you. It just each one of those projects was responsible for delivering features for that specific release. That's why we named it. We named the project to be the release for which this project is going to deliver features. However, that was in the past. In the past, in Rommana ALM, every project was delivering features for a specific release. This is not the case anymore. Currently in Rommana ALM, as I said earlier, when it comes a time to put out a release, you can actually select the features from multiple projects. So as a result, you really cannot name a project by the name of the release because there is no specific release. You can have a project ABC that's delivering features to 5 different releases. Okay, so but again, I didn't want to change the names. Those projects are old projects that were started and were defined at the time Rommana was having a one-to-one relationship between a release and a project. This is not the case anymore. Okay, so don't let the name of the project confuse you. All right, we're gonna come to speak about projects in a different tutorial, but for now, when you are looking at a product, there is a number of things you can do for a product. Interestingly enough, you can look at a product backlog and you can view it and you can edit it. All right, so a product backlog is a concept that exists regardless whether your project is agile or not. I know we started to learn about product backlogs only in the context of agile framework, but if you think about it, every product or a system has a backlog which consists of all the features that we would hope to implement at some point. So if I look here, if I click here for this product, Rommana ALM has a backlog here. Okay, this is backlog features, and there are a number of features that are for Rommana ALM. They are all tests. So I'm going to leave that for now. We're going to talk about the backlog at the time when we speak in the tutorial about the backlogs. We'll leave it for now. Also, there is something here called reusable requirements, and reusable requirements are a very interesting concept. Any project within a product or a system can look at a requirement or a user story and declare this requirement or the user story to be reusable, which means it will be used from one project to another. So all the reusable requirements that have been declared in any project can be seen really on the product level. If I click on that, the Rommana product did not have any reusable requirements at this point. All right, you can create a project from a backlog within that product. So if you had another project on a different Rommana ALM site and you did a backup for that project, you can come back here and sort of import that project into a new project here within that site. And we will do this in a different tutorial. And then the last thing you can do is you can edit a product. Now, really, when you click on edit a product, the only thing about the product you have is the product name, which in this case is Rommana ALM, and the product description if you want to provide description. Okay, and that's it. There is no other attributes. But again, the feature is there. I doubt that you're going to be using this feature very often. Now, remember, I'm going to close this now. Now remember, I have 4 products here, but when you get your site established for the first time, you're not going to have any product. So this screen very much is going to be blank and you don't have any products here. The only thing you're going to see is you're going to have a message in the middle of the screen here saying define a product. Because as I said, the very first step in Rommana ALM is to find the product that you're going to schedule some projects for. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to say define a product, and the only thing I have to provide is the product name, and let's call it new or let's call it anything, accounting system. Doesn't matter. And I can provide description here if I want. I'm going to save. I'm going to close. So the only thing I have here now is the product appears here. If I click on this, it tells me that I don't have any projects so far. And it says now you can create your first new project or create a project for an existing from an existing backup. As I said, you can create a project, which we're going to do in the next tutorial, or you can import a backup file and would become a project under this product. Again, the only purpose of this tutorial is to explain the relationship between products and projects. In order to have any number of projects in Rommana ALM, you have to have a product. You can think of a product or a system as just a way to have projects for. The reason we do that is because we want to be able to put out a release for that specific product, and that release will be pulling out features from the different projects within that product.